Maybach Music Fantasy Football League Recap.
Welcome everyone to another edition of the Maybach Music Fantasy Football League Recap, where each week we go over last week's matchups, this week's lineups, and where we sit down with league owners and discuss what's going on in the league. Today's guest is a league owner many haven't heard from in a while, but before we get to that, let's start with some recaps. Now, this game was named last week as the garbage matchup of the week, and clearly Sioux Girls One Cup didn't like that too much, as they went on to beat 40 Squad 104-67. After being on the losing side of last week's blowout of the week, I'm sure Sioux Girls are feeling pretty good about themselves. I'm sure they hope to keep that momentum as they take on the Redskin Gophers this week. As for the the House 40 Squad, something in the coaching staff has got to change. They're on a 4-game losing streak and need to turn things around when they play 5th seed Trinidad James this week if they want any chances at making playoffs this year. Team Go-Go Ratchet versus Team Bo the Show was an exciting matchup that saw Go-Go Ratchet nail the victory over Bo the Show for the 8th time in 7 years when they won 87-80. Slowly but surely, Team Go-Go Ratchet has been creeping, and that creeping has gotten them to a 4-2 record, as they sit at 4th place now, while Team Bo the Show continues to drown in 10th place. Which brings us to Week 7's garbage matchup of the week, between 10th place Team Bo the Show and 8th place Team Rick is a Bitch. While both aren't completely out of the playoff hunt just yet, a win is completely necessary for both teams before the idea of tanking starts sounding like a good one. Team Chirac continued their winning streak last week when they beat Trinidad James 110-91. This loss cost Trinidad James their 3rd place spot as they dropped down to 5th place. As for Chirac, this is the win that they needed to keep their momentum going as they are back in playoff position, sitting now at 6th place. Trinidad James will look to bounce back this week from this loss when he plays to the House 40 Squad. As for Chirac, though he as right now has a playoff spot, he'll be playing 4th place Team Go-Go Ratchet. A win over Go-Go and a loss for Trinidad James could take Chirac from 6th place to 4th place. Now, while things look promising for Tonka, the same cannot be said for his brother Kai, team owner of Rick is a Bitch, who lost last week to Team Golden Showers 104-82 and now sits at 8th place. As for Team Golden Showers, that win was just enough to get them to 1st place. That and a loss by Sauce Gang to the Redskin Gophers, which brings us to our win of the week. The win of the week goes to Redskin Gophers, who got revenge on the team that beat them in the finals last year, Sauce Gang. The Redskin Gophers not only beat Sauce Gang 88-67 to jump to 3rd place, but the loss cost Team Sauce Gang their throne at 1st place. A throne they'll want to take back in this week's matchup of the week between Golden Showers and Sauce Gang for 1st place. Both teams have been on top of the league for weeks, and now we get the matchup we've all been waiting for between the 2 best teams in the league. As of right now, Vegas has both of them favored to make it to the finals, so this might be a preview of what we'll get to see in December and the Maybach Music Fantasy Football League Championship. With such a big game on the line, it only made sense we got to sit down with one of the 2 top teams this week. And the producers here at Maybach Music Fantasy Football League Recap wanted to do that with who was ever sitting at 1st place by the end of Week 6, which, as we all know by now, is Team Golden Showers. So, folks, enjoy.
Maybach Music Fantasy Football League Recap.
All right, for this week's interview, we have a team owner that's notorious for never being seen. This man has been seen since the live draft of Laforno 3 years ago. Every year we think he might see him at the draft or ring ceremony, and every year we get our hopes up. So that's why I'm very excited to have as our second guest, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for team owner of Golden Showers, Luis Gregorio Ramos. How you doing, bud?
Hey, bro, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate the work you're doing out here, man. How you doing?
Good, man. Just to make sure that's really you, right? That's not a mirage, right? That is really we're really seeing you right now live, right?
This is not a this is not a hologram. Everybody who's in the league right now is really seeing me. I do exist. Rick's not just taking over my team and my name. You know what I mean? It's really me. It
Commissioner
is
Rick,
me.
Commissioner Rick, Commissioner Rick. I'm just reporter
Commissioner
Rick.
Rick.
Yeah,
Because the hat
Commissioner
is
Rick.
on.
That
Right.
thank you. Oh, you
The
saw the
hat ain't on
episode. What do you
forward.
think of last week's episode? You saw. Thank you.
I thought it was a really good introductory, man. You know, what I mean, we needed to lay down some foreground. You know, we had a ex champion on there, and he's really trying to do his thing for now and the future. You know, what I mean, and for the whole league, which we've always been a part of. So I think it's really dope, man. I think it's really cool for everybody.
Hey, man, I'm glad to
Except,
hear that. That was a positive way to start this. We're gonna get nitty gritty right now because we're gonna start hitting the
oh,
fast questions, the hard hitting questions that the people want to know. They want to know. It's
you
been
already know.
years, so I'm gonna get it
Let's
started.
do it.
After a devastating loss in Week 5 against Skip, you came back and beat Team Rick is a Bitch 104 to 82 last week. This,
Heavy.
plus a loss to Sauce Gang, thanks to Team Redskin Gophers, elevated you from second place to now first place.
Number
Now
one.
you have to defend that spot this week from the person you just took it from, Team Sauce Gang. What's running through your mind right
What's running through my mind right now is it's going to be a good week for me. I like my odds. Carson been trending upward week by week, going up against the Giants defense. I like a lot that Sauce Gang got going on. It's a definitely a good team. But me and him are 1-2 in points right now. I think it's going to be a pretty nice shootout. But I definitely think I'm getting the edge, though. I respect this team and his running backs, but a lot of my guys been getting a lot of targets. And I think we're
now?
going to put up some heavy numbers this week. I really do. I really do.
That's positive, man. That's completely different than how we had Skip talk when we had him
Oh yeah,
last week.
I
Very,
think
very different.
everybody can see Skip might have had a little bit of liquid courage in him, but that's
Oh, it might
all
have been a
cool
little
though. You know
liquid
what I
courage.
mean?
Yeah.
It might have been, but you know we stay blowed over here. I'm high, so you ain't gonna get too much shit talking out of me. I'm just here to do the
Cheers.
work,
Cheers to
God's work.
that. I'm gonna put the
You know
ad
what I'm
right
saying?
now while I smoke. Commercial break right
Yeah.
here. Would you like to take
Hmm.
this time to send Team owner Reese or Sauce Gang any special message right before the lineup?
You better get your players right, bro. That's
Get your
all.
players
You
right.
better be ready for this week. And that's the only trouble I always have is deciding who to play this week. But I don't think I got any issue this week. I like our matchups, but I think he's gonna be staying in at the end. He's gonna be with me at the end of the playoffs. I just think I got him this week. I don't think he got it. But yeah, bro, with Sauce Gang, like me not even especially drafting my team too. Let me go that route. I didn't know what to expect. I don't expect to be in first place. The only real reason why I'm in the spot that I am is because I had some good pickups and my receivers are so deep. You know what I mean? I could interchange quarterbacks, receivers, and then I picked up Kittle on the free agency, which is legitimately the biggest free agency pickup in the entire season.
I think
So
so. That might
that
have been the biggest pickle of the season. You're right.
yeah, I got real lucky, bro. When I seen him on there, I had to like double and triple check because I thought somebody made a terrible mistake. But I ain't mad. It helped me out.
Hey man, I'm
You know
glad.
what I'm saying?
I'm glad. Hey, you gotta be quick on these things. I mean, you've been in
That's how I
this
got
league,
went too, man.
man, and you got Carson. But now, so you're in between Carson Wentz and Big Ben as your quarterbacks. That's tough, man. That's like the prototype,
See,
and then like the wannabe. Like the Carson Wentz is the wannabe Big Ben in a
yeah,
sense.
Carson Wentz is definitely reminds me a lot of young Big Ben Roethlisberger. That's why I like him starting this week because Ben kind of like Tom and Drew Brees. You know what I mean? He's game managing right now. He's got a real good run game, real good defense. But Carson, the Eagles be so terrible, they go out losing 90% of the time. So he got to come back throwing the ball. So, you know what I mean? There's a good chance he's going to give me 25
He's
points,
got to
30
give you
points,
some points
especially
because
against
he
the
has.
Giants.
You're right because he has to start from the. They always have to start from behind. So I didn't notice
And
that.
he's been running the ball lately, too. So, you know what I mean? I've been, as bad as the Eagles have been, it's been really good for my fantasy team.
Man, you're on an upward trend. I'm gonna go with my next question. You're an original team owner that's been in the league since year one, and in eight
Yes, sir.
years, you've never gone to a
Oh,
finals. If
nope.
you're
I only placed
no, if you've only played, you've never
once.
gone to finals though. If your Maybach Music Fantasy Football League career was a Disney movie, what movie would it be?
Aladdin.
Ah, interesting.
Because right now, I'm on a magic carpet ride to victory, baby. I got talked to the genie. I put my wish in. This is the year. We bringing it home, Jack. We
Man,
bringing it home, Jack.
that's how it is, man. That was quick. That was quick thing, and I like that. I like that, man.
Thank you,
I hope
bro.
your three
Yeah.
wishes. You get your three wishes granted, man. Moving
Yeah, I mean, it
on.
does help that the new genie is from Philly, Will Smith. So, you know what I mean? I got a little bit of extra love in there. So,
So I guess I got to follow up on that. So are you talking about like Aladdin, like 1990s Aladdin, or like 2010, like 2020s, like Aladdin?
well, so the current for the modern day generation, they know Will Smith as the Aladdin originally, but I'd never seen the new one. I only know the old original. So, just
You know.
for all generations, just period. I got all the luck on my side that I need right now, and we're gonna keep moving. Keep this thing moving, man. This is our year to be champions right now. I want to bring that title home.
You're bringing that title home, man.
I need to because you know what I mean we
For
sat out
me,
the draft and we sat out the bubble. You know what I mean we were trying to protest and trying to do everything that was right, be a part of the league without participating, and now we're just here to show out and get the dub, man. That's all.
that's interesting. That's interesting that you bring up protest. We were talking about protest last week with Skip. That kind of makes me jump to one of my questions actually. Well, clearly you remember year three of the league, there was a scandal called Commishgate, in which
Yeah,
Commissioner Rick had to step down for the season as commissioner while the
right.
investigation was occurring. During that, you were asked to be the interim commissioner. Can you tell us
Yes,
a
I
little
was.
bit of what that was like for you? What it was like being given the job mid-season and during one of the biggest scandals that's ever rocked fantasy football history?
It was crazy, man. I felt a lot like the presidential elect. You know what I mean? In the sense of that, there was a lot of pressure on my shoulders to be better than what had came before me, because there was a lot of shit that fell into my hands. Be quite honest,
I
though, it was
see.
fun, man. It was fun, man. I had a good time. I think I did a good job of calling it down the middle. I ain't want no crazy backhanded deals or no wild shit like that go down before you was able to actually physically trade draft picks and other for the next year and shit like that on the app. And so
That was before that.
it was fun. I would welcome the opportunity again. I like running the league, you know what I mean? And I think everybody wants a fair shot. I know that's everybody's complaint is they want a different shot or a different owner, and
Different
it's one of
commissioner.
mine too. It's one of mine too. I be watching you and I be knowing what y'all be doing, but at the same time, I'm a competitor and I'm here to win. I don't need to help from nobody or need to know what's going on the other side. I'm gonna do what I can and I'm gonna beat y'all off the strength.
Now, last week we had team owner Derek Skipper of Team GoGo Ratchet here, and he had some very strong words for you. In fact, can we go to the replay right now? Yeah, can we play this replay?
Yeah, can I hear that, please? Let me get that
Yeah,
back.
we're gonna get the replay right here. Right now, you're playing the second seed right now. Lou, who's 3-1. You beat him. You put him at 3-2, and now you're at 3-2. You're changing the. You're fucking up the game right now. You are live, fucking up the game right now. How does that make you feel?
I don't respect Lou as a coach. I don't respect him as a player. And I just got to say that, you got to take your sorry ass back home where you came from. And, you know, I just got to say that I am going to win. And I'm going to ruin a lot of people's hopes, dreams.
So, sir, uh, thoughts on that? Thoughts on that? Those are some heavy words.
Anybody who listened to this man last week knows one thing. He's committed to failure this season. I don't trust a man's words who openly commits and says that he is going to lose in the same week where he beats a top seeded team. I don't understand it. I don't respect the coaching or the player that is him.
Mm.
Matter of fact, I don't even understand what he's doing if he ain't trying to compete. He could take a back seat and fall into eighth place like he probably will by the end of the season. I don't want to
Mm.
hear that nonsense.
We won't be seeing. So you don't think you'll be seeing him down the playoffs
If he's lucky.
if he's lucky, man? That is we got a couple feuds going on here in Maybach Music Fantasy Football League. It'll be interesting
I'm gonna
how
see
this
him
play
again.
out.
I'm gonna see him again.
You're
It's
gonna
all
see
right.
him
He know
again.
he got lucky.
You will be seeing him again. I believe that might be. Actually, I don't know. I have to say, we'll do
Yeah,
a checkup if you guys do. If not, you guys might see each other in the playoffs right until next
I hope
year.
I do. But if not, congratulations for him. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he can make it back to the playoffs. But clearly he already told you he's looking forward to next year in the draft. But
Mm,
even though, you know what I mean, clearly
yes,
again,
yes.
his top pick this year is already hurt. So I wouldn't necessarily trust his drafting and his word on that either. But I'll let him be great.
Let him enjoy it. Let him enjoy that win. Let me have it for now because you know
It
how it
was
can
a
be.
heavy win, bro.
It was a heavy win, man. Last second touchdown. He deserved it, and he
Nobody
caught
saw
it.
that shit coming.
No one saw it
Like,
except him.
no,
Even as
yeah.
the drunkest, he might have seen it. He might have seen it.
He was hoping. I'll tell you that much. Listen, Tennessee, man, them players out there with Tannehill at quarterback, it was really hard to tell who's gonna get the ball out there. But that was a hell of a fucking miracle.
That's what that shit was. I remember watching. I was like, "You would. That's what you need." And then like they were already up, and he just tosses it to him and just goes to the left and touchdown. Can't make that shit
Like,
up. Skip is the type of person that actually has that kind of luck, bro. I don't know. I've never seen it before, but he's the type of person that go to roulette, put on 35, and win it. I've seen it. He has dumb luck like that.
you just
But will it
gotta,
be
man.
enough?
Sometimes it's that type of energy that's around you, you know.
That is true, man. I mean, he did win the championship the first 2 years. That counts for
Yeah.
something. That's dumb luck. That's what that is. Dumb luck.
So he won the first two right back to back years, and then
Right.
he won. Did he win a third one?
No, no, he hasn't won any since. It's been six
So has he
years.
been back since?
3 years ago he went against Kai and lost to Kai.
Word. All right, cool. Everybody, I know pretty much everybody's had a chance and been there except for me. I know I finished in like third place or
I've
something like that.
I believe the only people that have never gone to a final that have been like since the originals, or even everyone that's in the league now. The only people that haven't gone to a finals are Rick of a team Redskin Gophers, you,
Right.
Brian, and Scott and Tonka. So half the league has never gone to a
Well,
finals. Oh no, I'm sorry. I went to a
t-
finals. 4 people have not gone to a finals. 5 people have never won a finals, and then 2 have
mhm.
repeated. Reese
Definitely.
and Skip.
I mean, even with
It's interesting.
with the state of my team, anybody's team really, we everybody's got to be especially deep considering the COVID and the injuries that are going this season. So even with me being in first right now, and anybody else who's behind me, it could still go any way before the season's
Anywhere.
over, bro.
I
Like you
mean, we're
can't tell
midway through the
what's gonna
season
happen.
right now, and a lot of games have been costly because of COVID. Players having to be sat 1 week another. You having to switch your lineups because you don't know if they're going to play or not. Um,
Yo,
People not
a lot of
practicing.
waiver wire transactions every week. Definitely, everybody's on the free agency every week, bro.
Oh yeah,
You gotta be.
you can still make a lot of moves.
Matt,
Like you got Kittle, man. That was an injury that people thought was going to be long term, and only in a couple of weeks. He made a good grab.
man,
Made a good grab.
yeah, hopefully that pays off in the long run. I feel like that's going to be a huge difference maker for me in the long run. You know, what I mean, those small subtleties can wind up being the difference down the season. So I'm just hopeful, man.
Man, that's all you can do. So, fun fact for the viewers at home. Lou and I used to be team managers for a lot of different sports teams in high school. You remember
Yep.
managing the basketball team for Pastor?
Oh yeah, bro.
You remember
The
that?
Furnace basketball team
Yep,
where
yep,
we actually where the Toda, yeah, I mean, he was on the team. Me and you was scoreboard, and he was out
yeah.
there hooping,
So that's what leads me up
hooping.
to this question. Well, now I actually wonder if 40 remembers this, but do you remember the one game I came to help as an assistant manager, and we're at the basketball gym when 40, who
Yeah,
was on the team as a player, came up and asked you if I was your son? Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
I, hell yeah, I'll never forget it. It was right around the corner from my house. It was down here in my neighborhood. Fuck yeah, I remember that. It was the funniest thing I ever heard, bro. That shit was hilarious. I mean, I could understand why, but no,
Well,
absolutely
yeah. All
not.
right. So at the
But
time, I mean, Lou's always had the beard since like I think birth, and that's how I was
yeah,
baby faced. Even though I'm older
13
than
was when my
Lou,
first
I
chin
guess it
strap
looked
came
like
in.
I could
13.
I could have been his son, which is like not like he looked that much older.
I mean, it's not that I looked older. Your facial hair didn't come in until after high school, like way after. Like you barely even had like the mustache and shit going on. You know what I mean? And I had the full grown man Sunni. You know what I'm saying? So,
And the crazy part is like I
man,
knew
but that
40 for a minute from the neighborhood, and he really just asked you.
even for him to ask that question, like, bro, you know me. Like we know each other.
I want to ask 40. That's me when I interview 40. I'm gonna ask that question, see if he remembers. That's
Right.
just I'm glad you
That's
remember that shit. Fun fact, but yeah, fun fact for the viewers at home. This friendship goes way before the league.
also, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I think Tudor was also a part of the track and field team that Pastor and them also,
Yeah, yeah,
and we also did
right.
that too. And we
Yeah,
also did that too. He was
that
one of
is
the
true.
fastest runners they had, bro.
That is true.
So Tudor he's always been about that shit, bro. Quick hands, good at balling, bro. He
To
does
the
this shit
House
for
40
real.
squad, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the homie, bro.
Now,
Much love.
now, if only he could be fast in fantasy football this year, because I think he's in like eighth place right now. maybe ninth.
Yep. Yeah, he down there.
He's
And he
down
one of
there.
those
Yeah,
people who really enjoy doing this shit too. But you know what I mean?
he's got a ring
It
though.
could be anything, bro.
Could be
The records
anything.
aren't separate by much. Like four
It's
and
not.
two, we got three people at 4-2. Me, you, and Yo. I don't know if anybody else behind us, but I'm just saying like one win or two or one loss every week. I mean that could switch your position real quick.
Redskin Gophers are in third place. I think team owner Rick's pretty happy about that. Um,
Well,
I
because
he's probably very
Timo and
happy.
Rick, if he picks up a win, he'd be in second place this week. Because out of me and Yo, the Sauce Gang, somebody got to lose this week. You know what I mean? It's gonna be crazy. I'm
I'm sure.
excited
I'm sure
though.
Team Rick has been paying attention to that for a while. He's very excited for that. But I've got to talk to him. He doesn't answer my calls. He's a busy guy. Busy guy. I try to get him to do this interview thing, and he's like, "If I have time." Rude. He's a rude guy. What's your experience with Team
He
owner Rick? I mean, is he this rude to
Timo
you? So
he's pretty dickish. You know what I'm saying? He's an asshole every now and again, but he's pretty interested in it's in self interest. Whatever he can do to get ahead,
all
to
right.
win. You know what I mean?
I,
So I don't know if that's good or bad, but it does mean that he cares. I guess so.
I mean, I've seen a
Depends
lot.
on how you take that information.
I've done a lot
He
of
does care, but
I've done a lot of investigative reporting, especially in this league and especially in that team alone. My God, I don't know how he sleeps at night. I don't know.
I don't know
It's
how he
scary.
sleeps at night because I know for a fact that the trades that he made, while very, very costly, one way or the other, in my estimation, is going to be the reason why you don't wind up winning this year.
Why he doesn't end up winning.
I already told you why Rick ain't going to win this season because when he traded Odell Beckham and Aaron Rodgers, I believe it was, for Allaire, the running back from Kansas City, good trade for your squad. I just feel like you could have got more for what you gave up. So, or
Uh,
he gave up. So it's going to play out later in the season when you need somebody to back up your squad and you ain't got nobody there, man.
quick question.
Yeah,
What's the Eagles' record?
I believe it's 1-4-1,
Thank you.
if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you. I just wanted to. I'm just out of curiosity. Thank you. The rumors that Antonio Brown is still pretty healthy. Would you want him to be picked up by the Eagles? Would you want to deal with that T.O. situation? What do you think he would do to Carson Wentz? Do you think it'd be like what T.O. did to McNabb? Do you think it would be that kind of toxic environment?
I definitely think Antonio Brown brings a type of aura about him. But with that being said, anytime you got a special type of talent like that, I feel like that garners any interest from any team, right? But then going even deeper than that, it's just about needs and about the team's actual chemistry. So with the report of Carson Wentz is built with the receivers who are there, his backup guys on the practice squad and everything like that,
Yeah.
and the guys who are injured and still there and getting ready to come back. I don't think it's something that we necessarily need. I would like to have him though. Just he helps spread the field, get him the ball. He gets a lot of attention, so he would be good for anybody. But as
Yeah.
far as I heard, he might even be going to Seattle, maybe
That's
to
what the
help out
rumors are saying.
Russell Wilson. And the rumors might be true because if you check the not just like the trend on fantasy football for Yahoo, Antonio Brown went from 0 to like 45%. People added him onto his roster now, so people are really picking him up. Wink, wink.
I'm not gonna. Did you pick him up? I'm not gonna pick
To
him
pick
up
him
right
up,
now
man.
because I'm not gonna. I don't want to waste my players right now. But let's see. Right now, this is
But
live.
if
This
But if
is the
somebody is interested or somebody does want an active wide receiver, check me out. I got like five of them. You know what I mean. I can share the wealth. You know what I mean. If not, I'm cool too. I'll just keep rolling out these number ones every week,
well as of
and
right
we
now.
gonna get these
Antonio
wins.
Brown. I don't know as of this posting, but as of this conversation, this live conversation, Antonio Brown is a free agent. Um,
Right,
we'll see tomorrow after this posting if he still is. It'll be interesting.
right.
My
Could
last
be.
follow up
We could
question
have breaking news.
could be. Might just pick him up after this. I don't know. I'm
Hey
not.
man,
This. I mean, I have people like Henry Ruggs and on my bench that like it's just as a good enough chance that
that's why it's risky, but it's like
it's the same ship.
it's a hell of a shot. If you need somebody to make some noise, then that's the type of move you make. But that's in deep leagues, like 12 team, 16 team leagues and shit like that. Maybe not necessarily in our league.
Actually, I don't even know if I do that again, just because last year I drafted Antonio Brown as my second pick, and he got hurt. I mean,
That
not
must have
me. I'm
been
sorry.
cool.
Shit. Team owner Rick of the Redskin Gophers last year drafted Antonio Brown as a second pick, and it hurt them a lot. Which is why I think that's why they ended up trading their second round pick for next year for Mike Evans, because they
Yeah,
were like, well, we went to a finals last year without a second round pick. We could probably do it again. That's probably if he ever answers my phone call, I'll find out if that was his mentality going into that. But I think that's what team
same
owner Rick
here.
was doing.
I'll
But I'll
let you
find out.
know if he ever gives me any insight, but I don't know, man. Like this guy, he got not only does he wear multiple hats, but he got multiple personalities. You don't.
Multiple
It's hard to
personalities.
find this man in character and everything. I don't know where he's at and when he's at, but he's there.
Listen, I if I get him to sit down, I think it's gonna be one of the most highly rated episodes.
I will tell you this though. As far as team owner Rick goes, I like to describe him as the Dallas Cowboys of our league because
Hmm.
no matter what, he will find a way to fuck it up and not win. That's what I think about that. And that goes back to the trade comments that I made earlier. So it's like that right there might be a fuck up. I don't know. That's just my opinion. My extensive sports background and everything like that. I'm just saying.
It'll be very interesting. I wonder what he's thinking. I mean, if I was team owner Rick right now, and I see this like during the episode, I would probably be thinking, why don't you fucking mind your own business? But that would just be me if I was team owner Rick seeing this live. Me
But obviously, you can't
personally,
speak for him.
that's your opinion.
Can't speak for him.
Can't speak for him. Can't
Right.
speak for him. Now, Lou, my last question tonight. Now, let's say I mean, you're in first place right now. You're in first place. Let's say that
Crazy,
you
man.
really do have this Aladdin Disney ending where you're just on this magic carpet ride and it takes you to the end and you win it. What's the first thing you're gonna do? What's the first thing you're gonna do if you win the
First,
Maybank Music Fantasy Football League championship this year?
text everybody at the same time. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. Literally, that's the most literal answer. I'm gonna text everybody. I'm gonna grab a drink. Then I'm gonna roll a Dutch. I'm gonna probably grab one of my belts behind me, and it's gonna be a celebration. Not only here at the house, but we taking this thing down Broad Street. You can join us if you want to, man. But if this shit is real, man, championship time is coming home to South Philly, bro. We going down to Broad Street. Come join me when this shit is. If you ain't there, you ain't nowhere. I'm telling you right now, man. That's where you gonna need to be because this party going to. We've been waiting since the existence of this league to bring home the big trophy, much like my Eagles, man. So I'm definitely gonna have to show out the same way they did, man. When I win my first one, it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna call Meek down. I'm gonna call up Jose. I'm gonna have to do everything. You know what I mean? Just do
So I
right
guess
by my city.
so I guess I have one more question after hearing all that. If you do win, does this mean, and we're doing it big on Broad Street, does this mean we'll actually see you for your own ring celebration? Like ceremony? Your own ring ceremony? Sorry. Will this does this mean we're going to see you for your own ring ceremony? Will you actually show
If
up
I'm
to
being
that?
quite, if I'm being quite honest, probably not. But you know what I'm saying, I would like to be there. If obviously if obviously if I win, I'm gonna show up. But much like the Hunger Games, the odds are not in my favor. You know what I mean? I haven't shown up. And however, Skip told you the numbers. Like I'm never there. You know what I mean? Even me being here still this long for this interview, I think everybody's gonna be kind of,
They'd be shocked.
just surprised.
They'd be shocked.
But
For episode 2, I mean, we had to get somebody that the people want to know and haven't seen from a while. We had to talk to team owner Luis Gregorio Ramos of Team Golden Showers. And Lou, I just want to say thank you for taking the time. I really do wish you
thanks
the
for having
best.
me, bro.
I wish you the best for your season, and you win, and I will be down there, Broad Street, partying with you live. We will be there. We'll be doing a special for that. I promise.
Yeah, man. Listen, all the team owners are invited. You know what I mean? Like winners and all losers as well.
And I'll lose as well.
No love, no love lost. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be somebody's year. Unfortunately, this time it's mine.
Hey, good luck, man. Cheers.
Cheers, brother. Hasta luego.